Hello and welcome to Eventual Digressions. And this is a very special video because I'm going to talk about Trent Alexander-Arnold and what he means to Liverpool. And if you haven't been living under a rock, you know that he is leaving for Real Madrid after the season is done. So from next season, he's no longer a player of Liverpool Football Club, my club. He will be playing for Real Madrid. And there are lots of ways to digress on this topic, right? Like, I can speak about Real Madrid and how I kind of know that and acknowledge, and I'm jealous as well of how big of a pull they have and historically how great they are. But also, I'm not a huge fan of some of their culture. Um, but I won't get into all that. And then again, there is the other aspect of, you know, once Trent leaves, who can Liverpool replace him with? Or is it possible to even replace a guy like him? Maybe Liverpool will try to make up for the creativity and the numbers in aggregate by getting a bunch of players. I don't know. That's something for another video. But let's speak about this. I've been contemplating, self reflecting ever since I got the news. And, we've been having a lot of conversations in this Liverpool fan groups that I'm in, as in, like, all my friends in WhatsApp groups and all that. And it's sad, because this transfer has created a real division in his legacy. Maybe not his legacy, but there are people who are okay with him leaving, reluctantly resigned with him leaving, and he has his respect intact. And then there are fans who are absolutely seething and kind of going on with the narrative, good riddance, and all that, right? So it's very sad, and when such a thing happens, especially around a player who's a boyhood Liverpool fan, living the dream, one of the best players our club has produced from their youth system, local lad of Liverpool. In fact, he's from the Melwood area, where basically where the old training ground Melwood is. So he's as local as it can get. He's been with the club since he's been 6 years old, and then he has captained Liverpool under 16s, under 19s. Uh, you know, he used to be a midfielder. Then we all know that he transitioned into one of the best attacking right backs of all time. He transformed the fullback system, I would say, the way he plays. I know Philippe Lam was kind of like the original person who started that. Um, I mean, obviously, Barcelona had their fullbacks in the golden era, and they used to keep the ball really high up. But it was really different style of play compared to what Liverpool's rock and roll style of play was. And he kind of defined that system. He kind of, um, you know, revolutionized that position of right back or full back, even, where a right back can be the primary creator uh, for a team who can win everything. So that is something incredible. I would liken him to, I don't know, for me, he's kind of similar to Steph Curry. He changed the game, kind of revolutionized a whole position and the way it's played. And growing up in Liverpool, I'm sure, uh, I mean, Steven Gerrard has been quoted to say that when he was getting his coaching badges in Melwood, he used to see Trent play, in the training ground in Melwood. And he grew up trying to become like John Barnes and like all people of Trent's age from Liverpool. He became trying to become Steven Gerrard. And the way he hits the ball, the way Trent hits the ball, I would say is he did realize his potential, right? And he's powerful. I know he's got a lot of criticism in terms of his defending. Yes, sometimes he's lacking, but that is not his primary role. Number one. Number two, I have seen him locked down. You know, I've seen him lock down crazy players in the Champions League and in the league as well, having great games. But in most of the games, his role is not to be a lockdown defender. His role is to create, stay high up, do overlapping runs, uh, find that killer pass, and passes he did find. Like the kind of passes he played was incredible. And let me start from the beginning, right? Like he became one of the youngest players for Liverpool, in the right back, to start in Champions League. He is okay. Let me recollect the numbers here. Um, yeah, so he made his debut when he was 18 years, 2 weeks old, against Tottenham in the League Cup, I believe. I might be wrong, but it was not in the Premier League. And then that was when Nathaniel Klein was right back for Liverpool, and he got injured, and then he made the position kind of his own. Then he scored his first goal against Hoffenheim in a Champions League qualifier game, which was a very critical game. And check this, like he scored his first goal as a 19-year-old with a free kick, right? With a spectacular free kick. I still remember the goal. It was just few. It feels like just a few days back. It's so fresh in my memory. And from there, after that, there was no looking back. He's the youngest player to win everything with an English club. All trophies, all like 6 trophies he won with the English club. He is the scorer. Sorry, he has taken the best corner kick of all time. We all know that corner kick in Barcelona, that presence of mind, and Divock Origi pushing that ball into the net, and rest was history. He what to say, like he has been a revelation in his position. Some of the goals that I remember, like he has scored 22 goals and 86 assists in all competitions. 86 assists from the right back position. Just think about it. um, he and Robertson had one of the best partnerships. The flank changes that he used to do, from flank to Robertson getting a cross in, or the other way around, the telepathic connection that he had with Salah, and with Firmino, with Mane, now with, with Jota. It is incredible. And some of the landmark matches, like that Leicester game, Jurgen Klopp has said has been the best game of his career, where Liverpool won 4-0. Trent was the man of the match. He was amazing in that game. Uh, there are just countless moments. That free kick against Chelsea, where Salah just backheels the ball and Trent smashes it at the back of the net. That last minute equalizer against Manchester City. um, they're just moments after moments after moments, and I'm just literally getting goosebumps thinking of it. And for me, I will not be bitter. I will not allow myself to be bitter. Let's get into the crux of it. We can only speculate, but we all know that for a club like Liverpool, the contract situations for Trent, for Virgil van Dijk, and for Salah, this is unprecedented. This shouldn't happen at a club of this level. But there was a period of transition that Klopp was leaving. They left it too late. The ownership didn't want to take any hard decisions before, the the backroom stuff, like led by Edwards and everyone, came in. They inherited an unfortunate situation where they couldn't push through the contract. I'm sure Liverpool was aware of Real Madrid's interest, and so was Trent. And I will never blame the player, right? Like, if we win another Premier League this year, the guy has won everything with Liverpool. He has given everything. By the age of 21, he has had played in two Champions League finals. How many people can say that? And especially for Liverpool, who we were in wilderness for like 30 years, you know, bar a few trophies here and there, and that Champions League in 2005. So he has done everything in his boyhood club, and the generations have changed. Gone are the generations of Totti and Gerrard and Gary Neville and Lampard. Gone are the generation. Is that generation? And I would argue, comparing any sport, I would argue, why not? Why not? Because the club, Liverpool, should have locked him down with 2 to 3 years to go in his contract. Should have locked him down, and you let it run. The club doesn't want to take any risk. Not just Liverpool, many of the clubs, they don't want to take any risk with the player. They don't want to put that kind of trust in the player where we believe in you, we know that you will be good for us, good for the money, even if we give you a longer contract and renew it. And this is, at the end of the day, everyone says is a business, but if you think of it from a curious guy who's super talented and who's made it at the elite in the most highest level, the kind of mentality and mental makeup that you have is that you want to achieve everything, and once you achieve everything at a place, you want to get into new challenges and challenge yourself, right? So, and also you're curious, you want to get a taste of a different country, a different club, a different lifestyle, different food, different weather. I mean, how many of us are really happy, unless and until you're from New York City or whatever, I don't know, whatever city that you love, unless and until you're from there are many of us who do not want to be in their hometown and never get out, because, at least for myself as well, like, we just want to head out. There's just one life. You want to get a taste of everything. And this is Real Madrid. Yes, I mean, this is Real Madrid, and sometimes when something like this comes calling, you just cannot say no. You just cannot say no, especially when you have given everything and won everything for Liverpool. You just cannot. And at this age, and I feel the players should make the most of it. The players should definitely make the most of it, because the clubs, when it comes down to players, they don't even hesitate or blink an eye to discard them or to sack a manager or to get some changes done. It's ruthless. The fans are ruthless. If a player is making a mistake 3 to 4 times, the fans never let it go. So, from a player's perspective, why should he let go of a lifetime opportunity like this? What is there to lose? So it is very painful for a fan like me, I'm a huge fan of Trent, but I can totally understand it. And I feel that he has been respectful, he has been quiet, he didn't kick up a fuss. I think if he had his way, and the club, if Liverpool would have had his way, he would have kept it quiet till the end of the season. Alex Crook, I think, broke the news, the reporter. So I'm not sure what else can be said and done. Yes, we would have been luckier if he would have decided to stay. And I'm hearing he's been offered like 220 grand a week. I'm pretty sure Liverpool would have offered that. But yes, that is it. The chapter is done, the chapter is closed, and the chapter is sealed. And I would want to remember him as this elite player who won everything at the club. gave his all, and that is where I'll end it, right? In terms of the memory that I've framed in my mind. But I'm not going to succumb to this toxicity that is going on everywhere, right? Like, oh, at least Jude Bellingham is there in Real Madrid. There are like some thousand stupid memes that are coming out, and then, oh, okay, like, um, Jude Bellingham's mother and Trent's mother were close, so they must have been hatching this plan for a long time. What is this? What is this? Why do we need to talk and get ourselves to that level and be so petty about it? We are all grown ups, right? Like, why do we need to do all that? It's very simple. We have in our minds knew we that he had one foot out. We already anticipated this. This is not a shock. This is not a surprise. He is 26. He is in the prime of his career. He's achieved everything in Liverpool, and now he's moving to Real Madrid. And I just don't understand the toxicity around it. I understand the sadness. I understand the anxiety of what will happen from the Liverpool's fans' perspective. I understand the frustration with the ownership and everything else around the club in terms of next summer what is going to happen. But I do not understand. I do not understand the toxicity and the animosity towards this man. Trent Alexander-Arnold, number 66, one of the best right backs to walk on this face of this earth, certified by Cafu, the Brazilian legend. It's been an honor watching you play. It's been an honor watching you hit that football and do see that magic for so many years. I feel honored. I feel very lucky, and I wish you all the best. Just that I do really hope that next time when Liverpool meets Real Madrid, we win against you. Enough is enough. We have to break the Real Madrid voodoo now. Apart from that, all the best, Trent. And that's it, guys. Thanks for watching the video, and I hope you like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more. Thank you.